Hello, everybody. Welcome to my podcast. Yeah, I said it. My name is Dialis, and I do this podcast to share truths and my stories, experiences, just to bring more connection into the world. I will also talk a lot about BTS because I got the courage to do this and how much I'm learning from it. Me and my friend, we are going to do a review to Kim Namjoon's current solo album, Right Place, Wrong Person, definitely filmed over a span of a couple weeks. A lot of life happened. Kim Seok Jin just came back. But why I'm okay with this is number one, I want to make sure that this is valuable, that what we're saying and the insights that we're bringing to you are good and they spark good conversation. And there were days where we were just like, we're tired. And, life happens in between. So, and number two is because once you have BTS's music with you and look into the lyrics and reflect, it deeper meanings and things start to unfold. And so I really do hope that you have a great time listening to two girls talk about how much they love Kim Namjoon and his music. It's really meaningful to us, and I hope it's really meaningful to you. So please join us on this ride of amazing conversation, just celebration of music and celebration of life, really. So stay with us. Welcome, everybody. Today, I come to you with my guest with our review of Kim Namjoon's new album, Right Place, Wrong Person. Gosh, why does that always? You'll see why. First, here is my guest, my dearest Maddie, Mackenzie Knight. I mentioned her in my introduction, integral part of my support team. So, welcome to you, my Maddie.
Hello, everybody. I'm Mac, Maddie, the Maddie in question. We are regrettably doing this again because we can't have a short conversation.
We have no gel.
And we made the mistake of doing the entire review in one go, in one recording, and it would not compile.
Yep.
So we're here for take two. We have tried to remember all of our notes and add more, and we're going to try and keep it short, sweet, and to the point.
But toy like a toy gun.
Girl child, I cannot with you.
So what we did this time is we kind of broke up the approach of how we would talk about it, coming from the conversation that we did have.
I came at the entire album from a musicality, instrumentation place. The sound, just the sound, was very intense and kind of overwhelming the first time. Kind of felt like a slap in the face. I didn't know what to do with it, and it took a while for me to even be able to really hear the instrumentation. It took like the second pass when kind of things mellowed out and I could actually hear the instruments.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was suddenly all this joy because I've got these instruments and they remind me of my childhood and these sounds and stuff like that. So it was very, really, really cool to have that nostalgic sense in something that was so fresh by someone who could literally be my son. Yeah, so instrumentation was the first thing, and then after I lived with the sound kind of melting into my bones, I read the lyrics. Sir, say it again louder for the people in the back.
Say it louder.
Do you need a megaphone? A billboard? I got you. I will do. So instrumentation and lyricism was huge for me on this. And those are the things that have continued to hold me. As I was doing my re-listen, I found that I was like digging deep, switching how my earphones worked, like going from all room to earphones and switching which earphones, like how they were used to try and hear words better. Because there's some stuff underneath the stuff.
Yes.
But above the music, but just barely. So a lot of digging for vocals, and lyrics and what's being said and what that could mean. So that's the point that I'm going for. Back to you.
So funny. Okay. Layered and nostalgic. Absolutely. Definitely agree. With me, we had been talking about this during our prep. I have trust issues. This whole journey with BTS, knowing that I am not fluent in Korean, I will have to be told what everything means. And especially when you're baby army, you come in and everybody tells you what this is and what this is to kind of catch you up unless you're debut or pre-debut army. I approach it with, I'm going to sit with the music for a little bit before I go to translations. I'm going to get the vibe. I'm going to get the feeling. And then I also look at the content that was created. Because I remember Yoongi said one time that when it comes to K-pop, even though we're not putting the label on that album, but when it comes to just the entertainment that he's in, it's all of it. It's everything. It's from the makeup, the hair, the stage, the content, everything. It's an experience. Even when you get an album, you unbox it, it's an experience to do that. And I did this with Indigo. I listened to the album over and over. I picked up a bit of things that I understood. I read all the credits and then the content too. So his stuff at Dia Beacon, the magazine interview. And so for me, I sit with it for myself. I listen to then what they say about it and then start to develop more things. So that's that layers. And when we did it first, I didn't have those layers. It was just music and what do we do with this? And oh my gosh, it's new and it's different. And so there was that jazzy erraticness that was happening in my body as well as what was happening in the music. Really beneficial was I listened to all of Namjoon's song recommendations.
That's true, and I haven't not done that.
Oh God. Yeah.
What I have done is listen to all of the music, and we talked about this. So I stacked all of everything that I could find Namjoon had ever done.
Yeah.
And I put them all together, including this, and how they mesh.
Yeah.
Even with this one sounding so different, it also fits so well with everything else he's done that I'm not thinking, is this the same artist? I'm like, I know this is the same artist. And I feel it in my bones. It's not just head knowledge, it's body knowledge. I can hear it. I can feel it. I can hear the instrumentation from before and the things that he was testing out and trying that he put away and then brought back and put away and brought back. I mean, first mixtape and second album back to back.
Yeah.
And they all, and they feel very organic and that they belong together. And it is a beautiful thing.
Some people I've heard don't like that opinion, but what I think is missing from their understanding is that it's not that it's the same, it's that the person we have seen and develop and grow, these make sense. These sounds make sense to him coming out at the certain times. That's why they fit together.
Yeah.
That's why they make sense. Like, because he has given us so much insight to who he is as a person.
Through his lyrics.
The music makes sense. And that's why it goes together. I think he's changed, he's grown, he's developed, but all of that is still him.
Yeah, the path is there. You have to kind of be willfully ignorant not to see the musical path and the emotional development and the personal growth.
Development.
You know, it's all there. It starts from the angry young 20-something who gave us RM the mixtape
and joke and
once again angry young something, not so young but still fairly pissed person who came up with Nuts and Groin because let's be honest, those are hilarious and awesome.
Yes.
Let's keep us on track. All right, so we're gonna do it. So I say, like, give you a clap spot.
Oh, okay.
Clap. We are starting at the top for this particular song. We are doing Right People, Wrong Place. I tell you, it's so hard to get that organized in my brain. Whew. So the things about this track that really stuck with me musically is the firstly electronica. That electronica sound, right, brings me way back. Just flip me all the way back to, like, I don't know how far back. It went far. I'm 54, y'all. It went far. It went back a minute.
Listen, in my intro, we talked about how black don't crack. Because it's true.
The children. It's the children. It's the students.
No, you don't look, kids. Do I look 44? Do you look 54?
No, kids in my case, though. Those children keep me busy. No. Not my kids. I work and educate. Like, it starts with that electronica sound, and then the bass picks up, and it's almost grounding, right? And we've got the keyboard in there. So we've got the electronica and the keyboard next, and then the bass kind of grounds it out, right? And then we get the drums. And suddenly we've just got like this nice, steady pace. And then suddenly, right people, wrong place. And it's very, very, it's almost monotone. Not
Mm-hmm.
quite, but almost. So there's that sense of it just goes on and on and on. And so you've got this instrumentation and this musicality layered up, with his voice layered over it, that is like slightly chaotic, not very yet, and the monotony of going back and forth and back and forth
Mm-hmm.
and back and forth and back and forth. One of the things that really got me, though, as much as I like the some of the things, like right, right, wrong, wrong, that sense of like futility, um, I liked going underneath the music, right?
Oh, how the
Going underneath the music, but sorry, going underneath the obvious lyrics, the louder lyrics, above the music, and just in the slot, in the pocket, you hear "fuck out of my sight,"
yeah. Mm-hmm.
and then you hear "shit, shit, 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 shit." I remember thinking to myself, is he saying, "fuck out of my sight"? Is that to the wrong people? Right? He's in the right
Mm.
place. Is he talking to the wrong people? Is he the wrong person and someone is telling him to get the fuck out of their sight? Right? Like, is he hearing that or is he saying that? And there's that moment of duality, and it's just in the pocket. So you can hear it, but it's gone so fast. And then that shit, 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 and it echoes out. And when I heard that, when I finally like really heard it in its place, it struck me that it's that sense of going through it again. Like, shit, not again. And then it goes with that monotone just over and over and over and over. So you're dealing with lyricism and a single word, right? The shortest
Mm-hmm.
phrase for me, a single word and a short phrase for me really, really set the mood of this song.
Mm-hmm.
And the background shouting, I can't really get it, but it's an echoey one. And it's
It
just
almost
like,
sounds like wrong, right? Like
it sounds like wrong,
wrong,
right? But then
right.
there's another one where, and it sounds almost like a feminine voice talking in the
Mm-hmm.
background, like that person's cussing him out or being cussed at, like there's an argument going on.
Mm-hmm.
And again, right, wrong people. It's a wrong people moment, clearly, because it sounds distressed. And I just love that continuous sense of disconnection within fairly orderly music. I mean, things don't get too chaotic in this first song, in this
Mm-hmm.
first track.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
short, it doesn't go everywhere,
Yeah.
but there's just enough disconnect to kind of prepare you for what's going to happen next,
Yeah.
right? And I love that this song rolls right into nuts. There's no gap. It's
Yeah.
it's hey, there's chaos, and let me bring you to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. The grounding. Like, here
Mhm.
we go. Here we go. Mac did a wonderful job by creating her thoughts and emotions and everything in the beginning, and I didn't because blah. So I did the same method when I first started learning Korean a little bit. Was I took the song and just put it on one page and then
Mhm.
just kind of brain dumped on that
Mhm.
page. And so, but I also put repetitive, a meditative trance that
Mhm.
over when you say something over and over and over and over and over again,
Mhm.
are you saying the same words over and over again? Right people, wrong place, wrong people, right place. Starts to, like, you get in this trance, you start down this spiral. Like, it puts me in my head. Get ready for the ride, because you're about to spiral down into my head in places that I
I don't
haven't
normally show.
talked about before.
Yeah, I know how in it.
And yeah, the background yet yelling, the fading in and out, like we're traveling down those spiral
Mhm.
staircase into his head.
There
And
was some obvious panning.
yeah,
When I haven't, you don't hear it in the stereo sound, but when you're in your headphones, you hear the panning.
yeah, yeah,
Shit actually bounces from ear to ear.
yeah. And that's where I was getting that,
Yeah.
oh, I'm okay, I'm coming
Mhm.
into that. But then the words, that whole feeling of imposter phenomenon, am
Mhm.
I right? I'm wrong, right? Right? I'm wrong, right? Like, you agree
Mhm.
that I'm wrong. Agree with me that I'm not the person. Um, I'm not the person that should be in this place. And it goes back to looking at everything I thought of the album artwork. Like, I'm not supposed to be in this place, right? Or no, I am the
This
right
is,
person for this place.
am
Or
I?
no, I'm the wrong person for this place.
Am I in the
That
right place?
am I in the right place?
Am I
Is
the
the
right person for this particular place?
exactly, exactly. And that bouncing off back and forth, really
Imposter syndrome.
questioning it.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, really questioning it. I'm wrong, right? And so the fading, it's almost, you're fading in and out as well.
Mm-hmm.
You're fading in and out, as opposed to, and I know we haven't talked about this, but as opposed to the end of the album where the chant and the "You Are My Pain Divide," that was,
That drifts out, that softens up,
it
that.
softens and it is more clear
Mm-hmm.
and it is more profound, and it still creates that meditative trance that,
Mm-hmm.
okay, now we're coming out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and so that's kind of how right people, wrong place, because the
This
whole
man in this
time
album, right? This man in this title, like, dude, why?
the whole time I'm having trouble, like, right people, wrong place, wrong people. What's the name? Namjoon's second solo album. That's what we're gonna call it. And to have this be that first track,
And
I
not
was
have it be
like,
the exact title, like, dude, why? Why? Like, I love you, but you jerk.
I love you and your lyricism, but you had me going from the jump. I didn't even listen to the music yet, and I was like, ah.
Yeah, no, I
And
may have said bad words when I realized that I was saying the title of that particular track wrong.
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
sir, what? Nah.
yeah.
You know what? We're just gonna move with the intro to the
The
album.
intro, first
Yeah,
song, right?
yeah, first song intro. Yeah, because
Like,
I
I can't
frequently
say,
get it right.
I
I can't
can't,
get it correct.
I can't get it correct. I can't say shutata,
Sushita.
shutata.
Sushita.
It's Yoongi's drinking show.
Listen,
Okay, moving on. How do you feel? Anything else
I
you would like to say
I don't know if
about?
I have anything else to say about this song,
All right.
this track. I guess my takeaway from this is that it is a great lead-in
Mhm.
to the very next track, and they roll together well. And we will talk about that in a moment.